Okay, I'm not going to even introduce these players. Or am I? This is JackO, Captain JackO, as I like to call him. He's the green Protoss. This is Ohana. His map choice, the score, as you can see up here, is 1-1 between him and the pink Zerg, say GG, Storm. Let's see who will be the one saying GG in the end once this map is concluded. I have to say that I have seen Storm defend a Immortal Centriolan. I have seen him defend it on Cloud Kingdom.
Metropolis.
Cloud Kingdom.
Oh, Cloud Kingdom. Yeah, Cloud Kingdom is like the third best map for that strategy, I feel. So it's not all that optimal.
But even then, it was a close defense. It was decided by one warping round, basically, before all the hell broke loose. But you know, JackO in base pylon.
Yeah, honestly, I really, really, really hope that JackO is not gonna go for the Immortal Centurion. Not only do I feel like Zergs have become so proficient at defending it that it's, I mean, the favor is actually on the side of the Zerg, I feel, when it comes to that strategy. But it's also so incredibly boring to watch.
It is, but it depends on the players. Usually, I have to say, it can be boring if the players play, you know, boringly. But it can also be really interesting if it's someone like, I don't know, MC doing it versus Slivko or someone, right? Or Nurchio.
Yeah.
So
I'd still say it's fairly boring tactics. I mean, of course, you will do what you need to do to win. So I'm not gonna fault JackO if he goes for it. And so I mean, I'm not saying that way. I'm just saying that it's not all that fun to see because it's been so popular.
I think he's gonna go DTs.
He might. He might very well do it.
And if he goes DTs, he will lose.
He's gonna have to rush the DTs, and then he might be able to get it done. But he will absolutely have to rush them. And I would almost say that if you really want this to like work and the Zerg not to scout it, you need to make a proxy somewhere with the DT tech, and even with the Twilight Council as well. Like over
especially
by the
on this map, it's really hard to hide your tech. I mean, you would have to build the DT shrine probably behind your minerals together with the Twilight Council in the main.
Yeah, even then it's not. But I would more like, it's an all-in tactic, so why not just have it out on the map? Like have by where your fourth base would be. Zerg is not very likely to scout down there this early on in the game.
So a second gateway going down.
Oh
wow, okay. Kills the Zergling. Nice job there, Probe, getting one kill. That Probe is a hero.
Yeah, the best probes are the killer probes.
Yeah, they have the best AI. Or the worst AI, because they have no self-regard for their own safety. And they keep on attacking vicious creatures.
Oh, this is such an old school build from JackO.
It is, and as a result, we have an old school build coming out of Storm.
Yeah, like I'm getting, you know, the nostalgia feeling. I need to get my pink cloudy sunglasses on because this is
like September 2010.
Yeah, this is Metalopolis old. When Metalopolis was the best map in the pool and everyone loved Selnaga Caverns because it was so big. This is when you did these types of builds.
Yeah. Zelnaga Caverns, oh my god, that's such a small map. If you look at it today, you know, like the maps have gotten enormously big, and Zelnaga Caverns is approximately as big as Ohana is, really.
Yeah, I would say even smaller than Ohana, and Ohana is like the smallest map in the pool.
Yeah, and nowadays those maps are just insanely big. So we have a Forge, a third gateway, and two Lings managed to sneak by actually, and JackO has to get rid of them really soon because he wants to be throwing down his tech. Or not. I mean, there is a build when you do an Immortal Sentry push off of 1 gate or 3 gate expand, or 2 gate expand, just a gateway expand, but that Robo is not down. You know, it should have been down long ago, like 1.5 minutes ago.
Yeah,
So
but the third base for the Zerg isn't down either. So, let me see.
wouldn't have been as
Spire.
strong, yeah. And there goes the Spire.
Yeah,
Well,
because
Storm
two
really
base.
likes his Mutalisks.
Yeah, because two base Zerg is almost always guaranteed to be Spire tech. That's pretty much the only thing that you can really afford to produce and still be successful with. I mean, more or less guaranteed to be successful with. So, in this case, an Immortal Sentry all-in wouldn't have been very good, because Spire is, I'd say, the best tech choice to really defend against it. So, yeah. Good job there by both of the players. Is going really old school. We've got 4 Spine Crawlers from a 2-base Zerg going Spire against a Sentry expansion from the Protoss.
And JackO will be pushing very shortly here as the +1 is about to finish. And you know, that is the same timing we have seen on Entombed Valley. A little bit slower this time, but at the same time, it's better for Storm in a lot of ways. Now, first off, he was not harassed before. He did not expand minerals and resources to get a third base, so he has enough to get those 10 mutas out. Second, he has his Spine Crawler wall up already. And third, he has only 1 ramp to defend. This is Ohana. This is not Entombed Valley, and this is going to be more difficult for JackO. And now he sees that there is no third base, and he's like, oh, this is not what I expected.
Yeah, and I love the reaction from JackO as well. Just as soon as he scouts no third base, he goes, okay, Muta play. I'll warp in a couple of Stalkers at home, couple being the 2. And of course, just throw down the Twilight Council, move back with his army, make sure that he's going to defend. Because in the long run, 2-base Zerg versus 2-base Protoss is always going to favor the Protoss. Now we see the third base should be coming up from Storm any second now, as soon as he can afford it. And we'll just have to see how successful he's going to be with his Muta play.
Indeed. So I like that he has, you know, the groups spread out into 2 control groups, 1 for the Lings, 2nd for the Mutas. It's really nice. He even has a drone hotkey, which is really, really funny. Don't know what the purpose of that is. And right now the Mutas, as before, as on Entombed Valley, they're trying to look for an opening here. And as, I mean, I'm gonna comment on the buildings on the ramp in a second here once those Mutas get away. Because this is a small thing, but I always do this when I'm playing. When you build your wall, if you do this type of wall, make the gap here, not on the other side where the core is. Make the gap here, because that way you can move your forces between your main and your natural way more quicker, because they don't have to go around these 2 buildings. And you can defend versus a variety of things more easily.
Yeah, we have a bit of a weird saturation on the gases as well from JackO. I don't know if this is intentional or not. I don't really think it is.
No, I
With the
think
2 in one and 1 in another.
No, I think he just didn't fix it after the Mutas.
No, it was that way before the Mutas got there.
Yeah, really? Wow.
Yeah, that's why it's a little bit weird. I think he's just been way too preoccupied with everything. Nice blink there from the Stalkers. Brings 1 Muta down, brings 2 Mutas down, and all of them are now hurt as well. Lynx not really making it in, and sadly JackO whiffs on those force fields. He tried to catch a couple of them off, and I mean every single Ling that you can kill for free is absolutely going to be stellar. We see yet again +1 attack on the Mutalisks, which means that he will absolutely want to use them for harassment and not in straight up engagements. Because that's when you get the plus armor to have them last long. We have a Dark Shrine on its way from JackO though.
And we had a Stalker, a Zealot killing 5 drones.
Oh.
Is he seriously going to miss that pylon? Oh my god. That's the pylon that will start warping DTs in about 10 seconds.
It is scouted though.
It is scouted, but he's leaving it be.
Yeah, it's not being
Oh my goodness, let's look at this. No detection at the 3rd, no detection at the 2nd, no detection in the main. Sure, he can make overseers, but by the time they morph, the 3rd can already be down, depending on how many DTs.
He needs 1 more DT.
He needs 1 more DT, exactly, but he just does not have enough gas. Might be even wise maybe to wait a little bit with those DTs. The Mutas, meanwhile, are trying to penetrate the main base of JackO. JackO holding strong. His defenses are good, and right now
He goes to town on the... DT's got to town on the drones. Now we've got an overseer Morphin, and it's going to be there in time to save the third base. DT's are going to try to bring it down, but the overseer is not quite on top of it, but it's going to be there right now. So the hatchery is fairly low. DT tech has been revealed. Brings all of the mutas back, but I don't really know if it was worth it. I think he only killed off, like, 2 workers for those DTs, and of course, revealing his tech choice.
We also do have the other Templar archives already built, which is holy mother of cannons. Alright, I'm calling it. JackO is doing a 2-base all-in. That's a surprise, isn't it?
Yeah, but against 28 Mutalisks, though, that is so many mutas. I mean, he's gonna need a lot of cannons, and he is, of course, building a lot of cannons.
It's not gonna matter because we do not have Storm yet.
No, that's why he's got the cannons to just be safe while he's going to go for that all-in.
Not enough. I mean, there's just so many mutas, and the cannons are spaced out. The cannons don't move. Mutas can just like focus those cannons one by one. Look at how many probes he's killing. 22 already. And the count will just rise and rise and rise and rise. If JackO wants to go, he has to go now.
Yeah, I think he is as well. He's already got his Archons up front. He should move those 2 high Templars into Archons. I don't think he even researched Storm. No, he did not. So he needs to go right now. We've got 23 roaches on the way. We still have a very significant Mutaflock up in the air. We've got a total of 19 still around there, and we have the infestation pit completed, and pathogen glass has gone far enough for infestors to start being produced, and they are now. So JackO is on a tight timer right now.
I think JackO is not going to do this. I mean, he would have to have Gosu Micro to pull this off. 200 food versus 110. Very good force field here. And the mutas are split up, actually, trying to take down the Archons. That was a beautiful move by Storm, magic boxing 2 groups of mutas and just sending them forward where the Archons were. And right now it's only just the Stalkers, the Zods and the Sentries, maybe 1 or 2 Archons versus a mass Roach Muta army, and the Infestors are joining the fray as well. First Fungal goes down, locks everything in place. Second Fungal, this army is dead, will not go anywhere, and Storm will take this. Storm will advance into the finals very shortly here. Well played.
Yes, poor JackO. He trips on the finishing line yet again. He gets to his second semifinals, gets defeated by Storm, and I think that Storm is now on a 5 or 6 series win streak against JackO. He really has his number.